These two gentlemen are not related. Three infielders on the left of second. Javier with a bloop RBI double and a line out to third. And he'll take down low for a ball. Baez credited with a steal of home in the second inning. Certainly the most dramatic moment of the entire game. He was up there and John Lester bluffed a safety squeeze bunt. Baez had started down the line, so the catcher Ruiz threw the ball to the third baseman Turner. And as soon as Ruiz made the throw, Baez headed for home. Baez takes low and outside. Turner had to catch Ruiz's throw backhanded, moving into foul territory, and quickly had to make a sidearm off-balance throw home, which was high. And Baez, with great speed and a good jump, slid in under the tag of Ruiz at the plate. Remarkable play. Here comes the 2-0. Javier takes a strike. Breaking ball, 2-1.
Boy, that's the first breaking ball thrown behind in the count by Baez. Usually it's that 96 to 98 mile an hour fastball at the top of the zone. But he definitely has respect of the power of Javi Baez, the hitter.
The 2-1. Line drive, base hit down the right field line. This is going to bounce off the sidewall. Puig plays it. It's going to be a double for Javier Baez. A line drive right down the right field line. Cubs have a man at second with one away. And the batter is David Ross.
Boy, how about that piece of hitting by Javi? Is this a fastball down and away? No leg kick at all, and he just goes with this pitch and shoots it past Gonzalez, the first baseman, down the right field line. Just excellent hitting by Javi.
With that double, we remind you to pick up Majestic's official Cubs pool-based jersey at Chicago Locker Room by Lids, or go to lids.com. Cubs have 5 hits in the game, 3 doubles, a triple, and a single. Baez with a pair of 2-baggers. Just thinking about the conditions around wind blowing out, it's a hitter's night. You always feel like you need more than 3 runs to win a game in these conditions.
Yeah, we just saw a couple innings ago just a routine fly ball to left center field. Ended up going out of the park off the bat, a pinch hitter, Andre Ethier. So, yeah, this is one of them nights where one mistake.
Spectacular defense. Maeda from the windup with the infield in. First pitch, high, ball 1. Hayward with a 3-bagger, the front of his uniform dirty after a dramatic headfirst slide at third.
Pat, and I know that the Cubs will not do this in this situation, but if you were ever going to steal home, this would be the guy. An extremely slow windup on the mound.
Baez bunts foul. It was not a suicide squeeze, more of a safety squeeze. Baez trying to bunt it toward the right side of the infield, fouled it away.
Yeah, Hernandez playing on the second base, on the shortstop side of second base. So if he bunts the ball past the pitcher towards where the second baseman normally would play, it could probably be a base hit, and Hayward would be able to walk in from third base.
Cubs lead by a run. They have a man at third, nobody out. Bottom of inning number 2. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And Baez swings and misses. Breaking ball 1 and 2. Now let's see if Javier can put it in play. David Ross is on deck.
Yeah, this is the big key for Javi, is that pitch not even close to the strike zone. It starts out off the plate away, and that sweeping breaking ball goes farther away from the plate. See if Javi goes to that nose stride approach and really tries to let the ball get deep. And if he does that, he might be able to dump one into right center field and drive in that run.
The windup, the pause, and the pitch. Baez hits a fly ball shallow left center. That ball may be trouble. It's going to be a base hit. Baez going for a double. The throw to second is not in time. Cubs lead 2-0. Baez a pop fly into shallow left center. Hayward scores. Cubs lead 2-0. Ron, that's one of the prices you can pay when you have the infield in.
Boy, they did, and Javi goes to the no stride, or very little stride. It's a slider down and away, and this is just a blooper in the left center field. And he takes off running after about 4 or 5 good strides down the line, and he realizes there's nobody at second base as all the infielders converge trying to catch this ball. And actually a good hustle play by the first base umpire, Eric Cooper, to hustle the second base, to be there to make sure he got the call right. So excellent mechanics by the umpires and good hustle by Baez to get to second base.
Cubs lead 2-0. Baez continues to do good things.
Now with 2 out, nobody on. Here's Baez. Still no base runners for the Cubs. Baez was trying to become a base trotter with that swing. Big cut. Fouled it back, strike one.
Staying in on him has been a theme that most teams have tried to get him from hitting the ball out.
There's the first base runner of the night. Comes with 2 out in the 5th. And why wouldn't it be Javier Baez?
Well, he's been in better balance, and the only time that pitch is really going to have an effect if he's out of balance and jumping to the ball. And even the fastball swing, even though it's a big swing, he's much more in balance right here, taking it up the middle. See how the foot gets down, and then even though he's fooled, his hands are back enough to get enough on that swing. Speaks to his strength, speaks to the maturity of this young man in a little over 2 years.
And the great hands which he's displayed defensively, showing their swing in the bat. Now Contreras came up in mid-June, ended up hitting 12 batters face coming in. That's the 5th longest active streak in the National League. Doc Gooden the last to do it at the age of 20 or younger. Big swing by Baez, strike one. I mean, he's keeping the ball in the park. His stuff is more dynamic than Rich Hill, who got the ball last night for the Dodgers, but it's been the same up and down, moving the ball around and keeping these hitters off balance for the 20-year-old.
You have to. I mean, getting a chance to see the Cubs about 17 times this year. At no point did they ever look like they were being manhandled. Of course, they were individual games, right? In this series and even in the Giants series, they've looked more mortal. They put up a lot of runs and hit a lot of home runs, but this series, not the case.
Baez fooled with a big swing. He's in the hole 0-2. Javier with a good at bat his first time, drew a walk. Good breaking ball from Urias. Just got a piece to stay alive.
Urias has been a good soldier, and what I mean by that, he has not liked in the minor leagues or even up here the pitch inning limits or the pitch limits, because he knows his body and he knows what he can do. But that's been the case, and the Dodgers organization has basically said, trust us, it's for your benefit. So with the handcuffs on for most of the season, Dave Roberts and Rick Honeycutt, at least for this game, have taken him off.
Nothing in 2 on Baez. Off the end of the bat, might fall. Base hit. 2 on, nobody out.
Well, not hit very hard, but the Cubs are going to take it. Can't remember the last time they've had consecutive singles. You look at where the grip is, and See the change of speeds, and Baez just able to get it off the end of the bat.
Last time the Cubs had consecutive singles was in the 5th inning of game. Since then, only struck out 3 more. He's walked 1, no hits. Since the 1-out RBI double by Rizzo in the 1st, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, he's done a nice job, and for Dave Roberts, you can't be happier in knowing that that was all he gave up was 1 run. Keeping this game into the 5th inning close. It will then be a bullpen game for the Dodgers.
Baez, then Hayward, then Russell. Two and 1. That is Ted Barrett. He will have the plate on Saturday night at Wrigley Field. And that matchup of Clayton Kershaw and Kyle Hendricks.
Must see TV Saturday.
Be electric. This already is 2-1. Baez shouting at himself 2-2. Let's go back to that last pitch of the 3rd inning.
Well, sometimes when you miss location and you miss in the right spot, it has a good result. There's the slider, the cutter, sorry, down and in. He was trying to get it down and in. It went down and away, and you could tell both guys had different reactions. After thinking in conscience, Lester got the ball away and a big strikeout.
With a tying run at second. That's down the line into the corner. It is fair. Baez digging for second with a leadoff double. Just stayed fair and just stayed in the ballpark. Another hit for Baez, his 5th of this LCS.
Hanging curveball. Ball was starting to hook. Now Jason Hayward will do his best to try and get him over, get him in.
First up against the 4th pitcher of the night for the Dodgers, Joe Blanton. And he greets him with a base hit into center. Baez stays hot. He's 2 for 3. He draws a throw, and he's on to start the 6th.
Last time these two hooked up, I think that was in Baez's mind. He threw him a slider. He popped up in a situation in game 1. Which ultimately led into the grand slam. I think he went up there looking slider and taking it right up the middle. That's the only way, right?
And I think it's when that occurred that he injured himself. It's a 7-run game, but the bigger concern for the Cubs is their new star.
As you mentioned, he crushes this to right field. He had shown signs before of a little bit of a limp running to first. Right there is when I thought he was going to go
3. Just going back to the bag. And he stays out there. Javier Baez, what a night. 3 hits, now 3 RBIs and a run scored.
Javi, let's start with you. This has been some ride in the postseason for you. You have performed incredibly. And now what does it feel like tonight to stand up here and hold that trophy?
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you guys. Really excited, man. Really excited to be here, to be winning, and to win 4 more games, man. We're ready.
You guys played with such confidence all season and especially all postseason. Even when you were down, when you had some bad games, you rebounded so well. What was the key to that?
Just having fun, you know, living my dream, playing like a little kid, moving everywhere, and catching the ball, making plays.
How does this sound to you? The Chicago Cubs are going to the World Series.
Believe it.
Let's bring in John Lester. John, congratulations to you. Outstanding pitching, especially in this series. You've done this before with another team that hadn't won in a long time. What makes this city, this team, so special?
Listen to him. I mean, this is. Outside before the game was crazy. Inside the game was crazy. I mean, these guys have done nothing but support us from day one, and it's been unbelievable to play here and be a part of this. I mean, words can't really describe where I'm at right now.
Let me ask you tonight, you did a great job last night or in Game 5 tonight watching Kyle spin his magic. What was it like for you to watch that?
Nerve-wracking. It's easier to pitch than it is to sit in the dugout, in the clubhouse, wherever, you know. Obviously, our guys did a great job. Kyle pitched an unbelievable game. Again, I mean, it's just